just got done filming my new skincare, kind of what I've been actually using a lot lately. So that's why my skin is a lot glowy, and I'm done up. It is pretty early in the morning yet, so I'm just going to be getting ready. I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy today. I'm just going to do maybe a pop of color, some lashes, and just dewy radiant skin. So let's get started. I'm going to be using my soft ochre paint pot and also my Morphe G38 brush, and I'm just going to put this all over my eyelids as a base. I already did my eyebrows. I used Anastasia Beverly Hills in soft brown for the pomade, and then just set them just a little bit with some clear brow gel. I'm going to set my eyes with Blurr from the Dark Matter stack from Melt Cosmetics, just to set my eyes so there are no creasing. I'm going to use this Morphe M501 to do that, just so I can just kind of concentrate all over. Big fluffy brush, just circle motions inside and out, down below. I'm going to use my makeup primer spray from Skindinavia and spritz this all over my face just to get some hydration and to prime my skin. All over my face I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Primer. 2 pumps of this on the back of my hand and tapping her in. It's Saturday, not working today. Well, my normal job I should say. Just doing some tutorials and running some errands. It's Brody's birthday this week, so I'm just gonna be getting some stuff for that. And on my T-zone, where I have a lot of pores and stuff, I'm just gonna use the Makeup Forever Step 1 in the smoothing base. My hands are clean, so I use my hands a lot. Just kind of rubbing that into the pores so they will be less visible. I don't know what I'm actually going to be doing for skin yet or for makeup yet, so I'm just kind of playing around. I got some new products, so I just want to try some of that stuff out as well. I'm going to continue with just a lot of dewy skin today, so I'm going to be using a mixture of Giorgio Armani and my YSL Touche Eclat Radiance Waking Foundation. I'm going to put a pump of each of those on the back of my hand and mix them together. I'm going to be using a MAC 159 to put those on my face, but then also use a beauty blender to blend it out. Beauty blender to blend it in. I'm not going for a lot of coverage today. One more pump of the Giorgio Armani. I'm just putting this on the back of my hand and then stippling it on with the beauty blender. Dewy, still you can see my my beauty marks and everything else, so just nothing very full coverage. I'm gonna set my under eyes with some of the Tarte Shape Tape in light medium, just in my brightening areas to bring the light forward. I'm going to use my beauty blender again. I'm going to use some of the MAC Fix Plus just to add some extra hydration to it and also to be able to blend everything in. And around my eyes. going to set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent, and I'm going to use the Beauty Blender as well to do that. Put a large amount of it on. Put some in my T-zone, around my smile lines, just things like that. And a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to be using some of my Chanel Tan de Chanel. I'm going to warm up the rest of my face with this around the perimeter. I'm going to use a Morphe MB4 to do that. Just warming up the perimeter. And still leaving my face with a healthy glow. Just bringing this down each side of my cheeks. Sides of my temples and on my forehead. I'm going to take a little bit of this as well and put it on my chin. Just on the jawline area. I'm going to use my Beauty Blender again, and I'm just going to kind of pat this into the skin a little bit and help with making sure there's no harsh edges. And I'm going to set the rest of my face with my Ysl Armani Luminous Silk the powder with a Morphe E3 brush, just to kind of set some of that down so nothing moves around. I'm just going to avoid the under eye area because I want that brighter. To set the cream Chanel bronzer, I'm going to be actually using my MAC Shadester, and I'm also going to be using a Morphe M437 brush just to kind of set this down and just make it a little bit more intense. Sides of the temples. My forehead, sides of my nose as well. And down my chin. I'm going to use Emphasize from MAC to dust off some of the bake and add a little bit of brightness under my eyelids as well. Putting some of it in the center of my forehead just to kind of help with blending of the bronzer and my forehead so it's not so intensely dark. Sides of my cheeks on the bottom half. I'm going to be using my Hourglass Ambient Dim Light Powder to set the rest of my face. And I'm going to use this Morphe M401 brush. For blush today, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This makes your skin look so healthy, so I like to use this a lot as well, just for the days that I want to be just glowy and not over dramatic. So I'm going to use this on my cheeks. You can see a little bit of a glow. Going to take my Beauty Blender again and just kind of dab in the areas just so there's no harsh edges. For the highlight today, I'm going to be using Kat Von D in the shade Thunderstruck. This is actually a shadow and I use it all over the place. So it's not just for shadow, I'll use it for highlighting, inner corners, and everything else like that. So I'm just going to be using just a little bit of this. You can see the pretty colors that it has in it. And I'm going to be using a Morphe M510 brush to do that. You can see the glow that it gives. Tip of the nose, above the brow, both sides, Cupid's bow, and the chin. I'm going to take the same shadow on just a small Bare Minerals brush, and I'm going to put some of this on the high points underneath my brows. Drag it down just a little bit on each side. Just building it up, and that is going to be my Skin Decides for my lipstick done. And I'm going to use some of the makeup finishing spray from Skindinavia again, and I'm going to set my face to help with the absorption of a lot of the powders. And this is what my skin looks like. I'm gonna use my beauty blender and I'm going to tap in some of the highlight so it sinks into the skin. Now let's work on the eyes. I'm gonna use a little bit more of the color Blur from the Melt Stack and that Morphe M501 larger brush. I'm just going to go through my crease and my eyelids to set this down. No real rhyme or reason. I'm going to use a Morphe M441 brush, unseen, and I'm going to concentrate that into my crease and bring it towards the brow as well, on the inner and outer. I'm going to make it maybe a blown out, but maybe a simple eye. Grab some more of that shade on that same brush, and I'm going to put this on my lower lash line. I'm going to use Morphe M433 and I'm going to be using some Anastasia shadows. So I'm going to use this shade, it's called Orange Soda, and I'm going to put this in my crease as well. Just building up my crease shadow shades. I'm going to use a Morphe M502 and I'm going to use Texture from MAC. Looks just like this. It's got a little bit of reflect to it and build up some of the warmth. Using some of this same shade on the same brush, and I'm going to put this on my lower lash line as well. Kind of towards the outer more. I'm just kind of connecting the two together in the outer crease area. Going into my Modern Renaissance palette, Cyprus Umber, Morphe M433. And blending it towards the inner a little bit. Just blending everything together. Dragging it down just a little bit as well. taking a lean back just to make sure everything looks good. Going back in with the M504 and a little bit of Blur and just blending everything together. I'm going to use a little bit of chocolate from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm going to use that same M433 brush and put that in my outer corner as well. I'm bringing it down a little bit on my lower lash line and kind of rounding it out. You can kind of see the shape that I'm doing is the rounding out. Now I'm trying something new today from Tarte. I'm going to be using the Park Ave Princess Chrome Paint. The first one I had, I was going to actually use it last weekend, and I opened up the pot and it just all fell on me, so I did not use it. But this is what it looks like, really pretty. And I'm going to put this all over my eyes. Just going to use my finger to do that, and tap that on my eyelid. This is what this looks like with just one coat on. So far I like this. I'm going to actually use my MAC 242 and I'm going to pick up a little bit more of this shade. And I'm going to use some of the Fix Plus again to see if it will actually intensify it a little bit more. And that's what I was looking for. Just kind of rounding it out. I like this a lot. I'm actually really happy. I'm just gonna use that M433 brush that I was using with the other shades, and I'm just kind of blending this out just a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of Nylon from MAC, and I'm going to use that same brush that I used for my inner corner highlight. I'm just gonna, or for my brow bone highlight, and I'm just gonna put this for my inner corner just to brighten a little bit up everything in here. Pull it onto my eyelid as well. And that's what that looks like. And put a little bit more of this on the lower lash line as well. I'm just gonna use a clean brush and I'm just gonna blend everything together in the inner corner. Using the 433 brush from before, I'm just going to blend on my lower lash line. And I think I'm going to leave my makeup kind of like this on my eyes, nothing really dramatic. Just going to kind of bronzy look, just tying everything together. What I'm going to do is put some mascara on, and I'm going to try some lashes that I got. So I'm just going to use my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara. I'm going to let this one coat of mascara dry. And I'm going to actually put on some Lily lashes in the style Goddess. And this is what the lashes look like. And the back of the box. You know, I'm going to actually do a fun pop of color. I'm going to actually use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Eye Pencil in Chaos. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to put this actually in my lower waterline. I'm just going to grab a mirror and I'm going to do that because that sounds like fun. To set that blue, I'm actually going to use the Jaclyn Hill from Morphe palette, and I'm going to use this cobalty purpley blue shade, this one. And I'm just going to use a Morphe M508 brush to apply that. And that's what it looks like. I like it. I kind of just thought maybe let's just do a pop of color just to have some fun. So I'm going to put these lashes on off camera and I will be right back, okay? Alright guys, this is what the lashes look like on. These are the Goddess lashes from Lily Lashes, and I just got them last night and I was really excited that I finally get to try these out. And so far I like them. I just had to trim off each of the sides because my eyes are a little bit smaller than, you know, just smaller than the lashes. So I trimmed those up and I put those on. This is what they look like. Really fluffy, and they are very comfortable. I don't really feel like they're even on. All I really need to do is just put a little bit more inner corner highlight and also lipstick, and then I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just a little bit more of my Kat Von D Thunderstruck shadow, and I'm just going to use that smaller brush that I was using before for my inner corner, and I'm just going to put a little bit more of this in my inner corner just to brighten up everything on both sides. Just a little bit on the lower and on the upper. I did put a little bit of NARS Viva Veneto on my upper line for Christmas. I got more of the Nikki lipsticks from MAC. So I got the shade The Pink Print and Nikki's Nude. So I actually haven't even opened these. I haven't really even touched these. So I am pretty excited to actually just open these up and just kind of see what they look like. This is what Nikki's Nude looks like. The Pink Print looks just like this. I do have all of the other shades that MAC and Nicki Minaj has actually come together to do. So I'm pretty excited to have these added to my collection. I'm just going to put a little bit of lip liner on. I'm going to use Urban Decay Naked Lip Liner to line my lips. And I just overdrawed them just a little bit. And I'm going to use Nikki's Nude today for this one out. This is an Amplified Cream Rouge. On top of the lipstick, I'm going to use Pure DIY Lip Gloss. I've used this a couple of times and it definitely makes my lips look really, really wet. Patting it all in. And this, guys, is my look for today. Last, I'm going to be using my Skindinavia the Makeup Finishing Spray one more time, spritzing this all over my face. Alright guys, this concludes my look for Saturday. I just used a couple new products, done a pop of color on my lower lash line with this glowy skin. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you guys did, give me a thumbs up. Give me any comments in the comments bar below. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you want to see any other fun or new tutorials in the future. And make sure you hit that little subscribe bell. And I appreciate it, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!